gasoline I smell?
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you all are doing amazing as always, and it's me, Joe, as always. And today, guys, I want to talk about Scream 6 and mainly the possibility of Stu's involvement in Scream 6. Now, this is just my theory, okay? And yeah, that's all it is, okay? But I think there are some interesting things that are pretty interesting, and I think they are worth mentioning. So we know that Scream 6 is taking place in the New York City. We also know that all the surviving characters from Scream 5 are returning in this one. And by the way, I'm so glad that this movie is actually called Scream 6, and I love it. And I have no idea why they named Scream 2022 just Scream and not Scream 5, even though it was Scream 5, but whatever. So in Scream 6, this movie takes place in the New York City, and we have all the characters returning, plus Kirby is back, which is awesome. And obviously Gale is back, and there's no and there's obviously no Sydney in this. So I am really excited about this movie, I gotta tell you, and I'm gonna say it from now on in every Scream 6 video because I'm just so excited for this movie to come out. And my theory is essentially about Stu's involvement in this movie, right? So we know that the third act of this movie, and this is not a big surprise or like a spoiler, that the third act is going to take place in that abandoned theater we've seen in the trailers, right? And in this abandoned theater, there's sort of like this shrine of, all the relics from the Scream franchise. And, some of the relics here are pretty interesting. So you can see here Stu's robe that he was actually wearing in the OG Scream at the party, towards the end of the movie, right? And right next to it is actually the TV that killed him. And that is just super interesting to me. So we know that this Ghostface is probably, or the killers, or whoever else, these people are really interested in the history of, things that happened, right? And so it has to be, and I think that it has to be someone who's a legacy character, mainly because, like, obviously they're gonna probably have someone else also, someone who's also helping them. I think that it's gonna be two people or maybe even more, who knows. And because, like, you got so much stuff here, like, clearly somebody cares about the past and somebody really knows the past, and I think that we can rule out Gale. I don't think that Gale is the killer. And so the only remaining characters are Kirby and Stu. So, and obviously people are saying that Stu is dead, but I don't think he's dead because it was never confirmed in the movies that he's actually dead. And we've never seen his bloody body, lifeless body, in the movie. So, and again, it was never really confirmed that he really is, like, really, really dead. You know what I mean? And this goes back to Kevin Williamson's original idea for Scream 3. If you don't know, Kevin Williamson's original idea for Scream 3 was to essentially have, like, the cult of Ghostface, that people would kill, in the Ghostface masks, and, it would all be sort of like the mastermind behind all of this would have been Stu. And he would sort of be giving them out, like, instructions, and stuff they should do. So this was the original idea for Scream 3, and I think that to a certain extent, Scream 6 is inspired by this idea, because you have, like, all the Scream stuff there, you have all the ropes of all the previous killers, and it almost feels like a museum in a way of this whole franchise. And so it's clearly someone who cares, about all of this. But you have all this stuff, so it has to be someone. It has to be a legacy character, and I think that it might be Stu. And again, this is just my theory, but I think it actually might be him. And also, obviously, in the promotional material for this movie, we've seen that, with all the characters on that poster, there's Stu Macher there, and his stop is actually red. Does that mean he's actually alive? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, this goes all the way back to that original idea, and I think there's gonna be that the plot of this movie will have something to do with Stu Macher, without a doubt. Because obviously we've seen Billy Loomis already in Scream 5 as this ghost, as obviously he's the father of Sam, which is I think really cool. And she's also acting a bit like a psycho in this movie, and it's so awesome, and I love that. So we've seen Billy already. And now it's time to see Stu. And what I think could happen, and I think that it could be really cool, is if, they actually kill the Ghostface, and it's someone like, just someone like some nobody almost. Not a nobody, but someone, young. And then someone comes out of the shadows, and it's Stu, And I think that would be just really, really cool that, these people are sort of being led by Stu Macher. And I think that's a really cool idea. And again, I don't know if this is real or not. This is just my theory. And I know that the spoilers for this movie are out, but I don't want to ruin... I just don't want to get it, ruined by other people. So I'm not watching the spoilers or whatever. But I really, really do like this idea of, essentially, again, going back to that Kevin Williamson's original idea for Scream 3, where, you have this cult of Ghostface led by Stu Macher. I think that's a genius idea, and I really do hope that that's what we see here, in that abandoned theater with all the memorabilia, with all those masks and all the stuff. I think that has something to do with the cult of Ghostface, maybe led by Stu Macher. Anyway, guys, that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. This was just my, crazy little theory. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care as always, and bye.